This is the plaintiff, Roberta Frances Harper. She says she threw a Hollywood-themed Sweet 16 party for her daughter, and she hired the defendant to supply the props and decorations. He came to set up the party late, and her guests were forced to wait in the lobby while he got his act together. Her party started late. All the props weren't delivered, and some of them didn't even work. She wants a refund. She deserves a refund, and she's suing the shady guy for the $2,000 she paid him. This is the defendant, Joseph Zabatino. He says his guys left at noon to arrive at the party on time. But there was a marathon that day, and they were stuck in traffic for 5 hours, so they arrived a little late. Despite all the delays, his guys managed to get everything up and running, and the party started only 10 minutes late. The plaintiff called him 3 days later, exaggerated the problems, and is just trying to fleece him for a delay that only cost her 10 minutes. He offered her $1,000 credit for her next party, but the plaintiff refused, and now it's up to the judge to decide what's right. He's accused of souring Sweet 16.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Roberta Frances Harper. You are suing Big Apple Props, represented here by Joseph Zabatino. You're the owner?
Yes.
For $2,000, a partial refund of $3,119 that you paid him for your daughter's Sweet 16. Tell me what went wrong.
I hired his company to do the props and decorations for my daughter's Sweet 16. It was on May 6th. I first contacted him in October and visited his warehouse in October. And subsequently, we made a contract.
Can I see the contract?
Sure.
What was included in the $3,119, Mr. Zabatino?
She had several props. One was a candy cart with a Hollywood theme. The other one was a backdrop with her daughter's picture on there.
Okay.
Some stanchion poles with red ropes.
Stanchion poles are the...
Like the Hollywood
right, like
ropes.
In the movie theater.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then there was a
red carpet, mirror ball centerpieces, 8 of them.
And a Sweet 16 candle lighting.
What does that mean?
It's basically a candle lighting that we do where all the candles, 16 candles, 17 candles are actually put on top, and normally on the Sweet 16, the girl makes her speeches. They
for each
dedicate
candle.
Each candle, and then they blow it out at the end.
Do you have a picture of the candle light? Like, what does that mean?
I do.
It's a candelabra? What is it?
I did submit.
It's,
I have 2 videos in evidence. Do you have pictures also?
I do.
Okay. Okay. All right, so are these electric?
they're LED lights. It lights up.
Is this her Sweet 16?
Correct.
Okay. So these are the centerpieces. Are these globes supposed to rotate?
Yes.
They do. They have there's a button on the bottom of each one that you press on, and then they spin.
All right. So tell me what goes wrong.
Well, first of all, based on the contract, he was supposed to show up. The party was supposed to start at 7. So he was supposed to show up at his company at 3 to do the setup.
Oh, wait, and you gave me the contract. Let's see where it says he shows up at 3. Setup time, 3 p.m.
Yes.
Start, 6 p.m.
Well, that was amended.
Okay.
So the start time was amended to 7. I do have a contract
So
that
then,
says that.
do you have another contract?
I do.
May I see the other one?
Sure.
So then setup wasn't at 3 anymore, was it? Now
No,
it's at 4?
it stayed at 3,
Oh, that's an oversight. In any event.
which I was okay with, actually.
Okay. I'm sure you are, right? And then, so what time did they show up?
Somewhere between 6:18 and 6:30. And the reason I know that is because my phone records show that I called my daughter's godmother. So I called her to say they're not here yet. And that was
my
like at
gosh, you must have been
6:18.
so
I was
stressed
frantic.
out.
I was frantic.
What
It
happened?
was a mess.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, the truck left that day between 12 and 12:30, and because of the marathon, there was heavy traffic. They wound up
It
getting
didn't take
there.
them 6.5 hours.
It did.
My point exactly.
It did.
How long? Where is
did.
the truck located?
In Brooklyn.
And they had to go to where?
They had to go to Jersey, which they went through Manhattan. Then they had to go through Canal Street to get onto
Maybe they
the
should have
Holland
known
Tunnel.
about the marathon.
They
and
did.
what marathon are we talking about?
I don't recall that day.
It's not the New York City Marathon.
No.
I don't recall.
No.
Well, it's not. So
Okay.
I'm recalling for you. The only marathon that took place on that day is in Morristown. Is that on your path to get to her?
No.
Because I don't see
recall.
it. Okay.
There was a ton of traffic that day, that I could tell you.
Okay,
And
but
my
what
trucks-
time did your guys show up for a 7 o'clock party? For
About
like the biggest day in that little girl's
10
life?
after 6, they showed up.
They may have arrived at the parking lot at 10 after
But then they
6.
had a smoke or something? Because
don't
they didn't.
know.
Yeah, 6:18, you were calling.
I have text messages with actually, I think his son, who, and it was, I think, I forget, I have it on the phone. It's like
Yeah, let's get those up.
5:45, and he said they'll be here in 20 minutes.
Right.
And they actually did not show up. The phone records.
Okay, no, but that's not going to tell me anything. In any event, so did it delay the party?
It did.
Okay.
I had people waiting, the guests, I had 60 teenagers and 30 adults
Waiting?
in the hallway. I mean,
For how
it was
long?
probably, my daughter eventually didn't walk in until probably 5
That wasn't my
minutes to
question. What
8.
time were your guests able to go in?
Somewhere around 7:30, 7:35.
35 minutes? Your party had to start 35 minutes late?
Yes.
Your Honor, the video was taken at 5 after 7. That's the time when it was done. There was no people in there. There wasn't anybody
Are
in
you
the room.
referring to the video of the room while they were making it up? Or after they were making it up?
After the room was done, after everything was put in place, my driver always takes a video and,
you
takes
also
pictures.
have video. Let's see your video. Wait, no, your video is on your phone. What was it you said to me that the video was made when?
Approximately, I think it was right after,
What time did you say the video
about
was?
7:05.
Would you like to see your video? Because I haven't even started playing it yet.
Okay.
7:23.
From when it was sent?
Yeah. I haven't even
cool.
started looking at it. It says May 6th, 7:23.
Okay.
Tell me if I'm reading that incorrectly.
No. I
I'm
guess
not
so.
reading it incorrectly.
No, you're right.
Hey, that's
Okay.
horrific. You know, I mean, that's like, that's, you know. All right. So let's see the video they took. All right. So what else went wrong?
It was just the bowls. I mean,
Oh, the bowls. Tell me
yeah.
about the bowls and the candy.
Well, he was supposed to provide bowls for the candy cart. Now, I
Okay.
can't even complain about the candy cart. It was absolutely gorgeous. It
Wait,
was,
where's the candy part? I want to see it.
there should be a picture of the
Is this
candy
it?
cart in there. No, well, those are the bowls that I got from the hotel.
Because they didn't bring bowls?
They did not.
Are you guys supposed to bring bowls? Are your guys?
They were supposed to bring the bowls.
Ah, for the
Unfortunately,
love-
that day when they were rushing to put everything on the truck, they forgot the bowls.
Why were they rushing? I thought you said that they were in traffic for 6 hours.
They were.
Oh, I can't even
That's
imagine
it.
the
That's
stress.
the candy cart.
She's so cute. Was it a good party? I hope it was a good
It
party.
was a great
I hope-
party.
all right.
It was a
Have we
great
been
party.
through everything that went wrong?
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about what is fair in terms of a rebate for the colossal blundering of getting there that late and cheating her of half an hour, 35 minutes of her party.
Your Honor, I just want to point out, although the video may say 7:23, they had stepped out because they had called me and I had told them to go back in. So they may have been done by 5 or 10 after 7.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You had told them to go back in and what?
To take a video because they took pictures, but we asked them to go back in and
so
take a
was the
video.
party able to go on or no? Because in the video, I
Yeah,
don't
but-
see a party.
No one came. No one was there.
No, no one was there outside at 7:23? No, your guys had to go back in and take a video because you told them, you goofballs, go take a video, and then they walk in to take the video. Do you hire different people for setup all the time, or is it your guys who are W-2 employees who you...
No, occasionally it's different people.
Right, was it different people this time?
No. No.
Welcome back to the People's Court, Harvey Levin here. So, is it an excuse that there was a marathon that delayed the guy for 3 hours?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
He should have made provisions, found out what was happening, and he would have known the route and have taken other.
So it's the caterer's job to know what's going on with traffic in the city?
Not necessarily, but reputation would let me want for a business to make sure that those people were happy anyway, and I would have been late, apologised, and allowed that meal to go through for free.
Okay, but he doesn't want to let it go for free. He's saying, look, I didn't know about the marathon.
Well, he should have known about the marathon. I mean, it depends on where you live, but I always get a notice in the mail saying, look, there's going to be a marathon. Here's the route, change the time.
God, I wish I had your email because I never get those notices going inside the courtroom.
They're taking a video of an empty room at 723 because people are outside. In fact, your video shows the people milling about outside trying to get in, right? Where do I go to see your video?
My husband put it on the laptop over here. So
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
You can click on the individual files.
Throughout the years, we appreciate all the support.
How am I going to figure out the time based on that video?
Great time, and we'll enjoy it.
Who's the white guy walking back in the back with the red hose in the middle of it? That's one of his workers in the middle of the video? Like, so clearly, you're in a suit, you're being interviewed by the DJ, and they're still setting up. I got it. That's what I'm supposed to see from that. Okay, got it. All right, what do you think is fair, Mr. Zabatino? What would you think is fair?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Do you have children?
I do.
How many children?
3.
Do you have girls?
1.
Did she have a Sweet 16 or anything like
She
that?
did.
I can only imagine you're in the business if she didn't do a Sweet 16. Were you on time for that one?
I was.
Were you guys on time? Can you tell me, what's your daughter's name?
Maria.
Maria. I want you, and what's your wife's name?
Bridget.
Bridget and I are like this. All right. So Bridget and Maria are at Maria's Sweet 16. It is now 7:23, and the guests haven't been allowed to walk into a 7 o'clock party. How would Bridget and Maria take that?
I would guess they'd be a little upset. I'll be honest with you, but I understand where she's coming from. But the video doesn't have a time as far as when that video was taken, correct?
It doesn't, but...
So it could have been...
It could have, but it wasn't. So since I've got your guys videoing at 7:23, I know that you cheated her out of half an hour of her party, and I am going to order a refund, not in the amount that you're asking for. I think that the right amount is in the area of $1,000. Verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff gets half back of what she was seeking. Mr. Zabatino, you got to admit, it probably did affect her party somewhat, don't
I'm
you
sure
think?
it did. It was, they were a little bit late as far as with the traffic and everything, and by the time they got set up, it was a little bit late. I mean,
you can appreciate her frustration,
I do.
can't you?
I understand.
No more 16s for her, All right, so you give her the $1,000 back.
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, good enough. Here comes Miss Frances Harper. How are you? Tell me about the party. What was it like? You said it was a great party. It looked like it should have been fabulous.
It was.
Everybody had a wonderful time?
Everyone had a wonderful time. My daughter had a great time, and it was all about her.
That's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did it really get going?
Probably somewhere around 7:45.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was okay.
You glad you came to court?
I did.
Worth it?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
congratulations.
Thank you so
very much.
All
All righty, thank you. Al Harvey, what do you think?
Okay, Doug, so here's the deal. This is kind of a rough justice kind of situation. The plaintiff did get value from the defendant, obviously. I mean, they were able to cater and do all that stuff. But there was a certain amount of inconvenience, upset, and stress and all that other stuff. So the judge deducted $1,000, which is fair.